Korean celebrities were sentenced for trying to evade military service. This upcoming mini-concert, K-pop idols are constantly being exposed to unsafe work environments and the toxicity of the K-pop fan wars. K-pop artists Ravi and Nafla were sentenced for avoiding mandatory military service unlawfully. On August 10th, Ravi received 2 years of probation from the Seoul Southern District Court, while Nafla was given a 1-year prison term. Ravi faces a 1-year prison term if he breaches any terms during his probation. Ravi allegedly misrepresented his medical records to indicate he suffered from epilepsy, aiming to sidestep military duty. Similarly, Nafla is said to have misrepresented his mental health, claiming depression to secure civilian tasks during his enlistment period. Earlier in the year, the court tried both for contravening the Military Service Act. At the time, the prosecutors had suggested stiffer penalties for both artists. The court was informed that Ravi, influenced by a military service intermediary, feigned a faint spell to undergo a medical review. In 2021, he provided a medical certificate stating an epilepsy diagnosis to the Military Manpower Administration, resulting in an alternate service designation based on his misleading information. In contrast, Nafla was placed in a public service role at the Sachogoo office. However, he was absent for 141 days, ostensibly due to worsening depression, in a bid to be deemed unsuitable for military service. Following the recent controversy surrounding Ravi and Nafla, it's worth noting that they weren't the first celebrities in South Korea to face accusations related to evading military enlistment. The history of South Korean entertainment is punctuated with such incidents, reflecting the significant role of military service in the lives of young South Korean men and the pressure celebrities faced in navigating this duty. Yoo Seung-jun, also known as Steve Yoo, experienced one of the most high-profile controversies of this nature. In the early 2000s, Yoo's decision to become a naturalized American citizen was met with widespread public outrage. Many believed he took this step primarily to bypass his military obligations. Consequently, Yoo was deported and prohibited from entering South Korea for over 17 years. It wasn't until 2019 that he was allowed to return to his home country. Actor Song Seung-han also found himself at the center of an enlistment controversy. He was accused of manipulating family records in a bid to reduce the duration of his military service. In response to the backlash, Song re-enlisted and successfully completed his full service term, attempting to put a scandal behind him. The international sensation Psy, recognized worldwide for his hit Gangnam Style, faced his share of military-related troubles. After serving a shorter period in an alternate service program, allegations arose suggesting he had neglected his responsibilities during that time. To address this, Psy re-enlisted for the standard military service, serving the full term. Rapper and entertainer MC Monk's case was perhaps one of the more unusual ones. He faced public scrutiny following accusations that he deliberately had healthy teeth extracted to be declared unfit for active military duty. Even though he was later acquitted of these specific charges, the controversy had a profound impact on his career, illustrating the depth of sentiment tied to military enlistment in South Korea. As this incident suggests, military service in South Korea is not just a legal obligation but a deep-seated societal expectation. Public figures who evade or are even perceived to sidestep their duties often encounter significant public backlash. On the other hand, celebrities who fulfill their service without controversy are often commended for their commitment and dedication. This upcoming mini-concert, NPR Music's Tiny Desk series, has found its way to South Korea. On August 11, Studio X Plus U, under LGU+, revealed they've secured the rights to introduce the Tiny Desk concept in Korea. The inaugural Tiny Desk Korea is set to debut on August 25th with performances by artists like BTS's V. V, who previously graced the original Tiny Desk stage with BTS, is in the limelight with an impending solo album release, Layover, slated for September 8th. It's anticipated that he will showcase some tracks from his new album. Fans can catch Tiny Desk Korea on LGU Plus Mobile TV and YouTube. K-pop idols are constantly being exposed to unsafe work environments. The 2023 World Scout Jamboree has once again faced criticism, this time for the precarious conditions in which the K-pop idols had to rehearse. Among the performing artists, New Jeans remains one of the most prominent. On August 11th, ahead of their performance, a rehearsal video of New Jeans was leaked online. It became evident to viewers that the conditions were far from ideal. The video depicted members practicing under a tent on a visibly wet and slick stage, with attendees nearby using umbrellas and rain gear, indicating recent rainfall. Though the tent covered the performers, the stage beneath them remained damp and posed significant risks. especially for those involved in intricate dance routines. Fans online lauded the group's dedication and professionalism amid such conditions. However, a large sentiment of concern and frustration prevailed regarding the potential hazards these artists faced. The intensity of K-pop choreography on a wet stage could lead to severe injuries. NewJeans' Danielle even addressed the concerns, suggesting everyone should stay safe. The concern wasn't limited to NewJeans. Another clip surfaced showing the boy band P1 Harmony rehearsing in similar rainy conditions, albeit with apparent caution. Netizens found it perplexing that the rehearsals continued in such conditions. While the festival had previously been postponed due to heat concerns, many argue that the rainy conditions pose an even greater threat to performers. The recent controversy surrounding NewJeans' rehearsal conditions at the World Scout Jamboree highlights a broader issue in the entertainment industry: the safety of idols. These globally adored artists often find themselves in situations that might jeopardize their well-being. The hectic schedules, demanding performances, and high expectations can sometimes overshadow the primary concern of ensuring a safe environment. One of the most illustrious examples of this challenge is the global sensation BTS. As they rose to stardom and their schedule became more relentless, the members found themselves in precarious situations on multiple occasions. There have been times when the group had to navigate slippery stages, risking slips and falls during the intricate dance routines. The unpredictability of weather during outdoor concerts can turn stages into hazard zones, particularly when the performances involve fast-paced choreography. In addition to these environmental risks, the very nature of their performances can pose challenges. BTS's dynamic stages sometimes feature pyrotechnics. While these add to the grandeur of the presentation, they also come with inherent risks. A particular concert incident where a small fire erupted from stage pyrotechnics comes to mind. Although no one was injured, such instances emphasize the potential dangers idols face. Physical health concerns due to exhaustion have also been a point of worry. Jungkook's offstage collapse from exhaustion in the midst of a tour is a stark reminder of the tolls these performances and schedules can take. Further interaction with props and equipment have led to minor injuries, like Aron's brush with a stage prop. Outside of the stage, public appearances can be equally challenging. Over-enthusiastic fans at events or vast, sometimes uncontrollable crowds at airports have put BTS members in situations where they risked physical harm. While the K-pop industry is known for its dazzling performances and relentless work ethic, the safety of idols should always be paramount. Agencies, event organizers, or even fans play a critical role in ensuring that artists can perform and interact with their audience without compromising their well-being. The toxicity of the Kpop fan wars. Recently, Blackpink's Lisa delighted their Instagram audience with photos of herself against a coastal background. The images, highlighting the remarkable physique, received widespread admiration from fans and media alike. However, the atmosphere shifted when a prominent Twitter fan account for the group NewJeans Global, with a following of over 144,000, made a derogatory remark on the images after they were featured by Pop Crave. They commented negatively on Lisa's appearance using belittling emojis. Quickly, Lisa's dedicated fans stepped in, criticizing NewJeans Global for their comment and asking for an apology. Reacting to the growing criticism, NewJeans Global made their account private and began blocking certain users. This action only exacerbated the situation, resulting in the global trend apologize to Lisa. Subsequent revelations of previous negative messages about Lisa from the administrators of NewJeans Global's fanbase drew condemnation from TV news channel in Thailand and elsewhere. These channels further criticized any cyberbullying aimed at Lisa, particularly coming from supporters of the rapidly emerging group NewJeans under Hype. Instead of apologizing, it appears that some fans of NewJeans are directing derogatory comments at Thailand, Lisa's home country, escalating the conflict and causing further division in the online community. As of now, NewJeans Global's Twitter account has been taken down. One user reflected on the situation, pointing out that many fans appreciate both NewJeans and Blackpink. They criticized the divisive behavior online, suggesting it was unnecessary and not reflective of the broader fan community.